So we did number 1 yesterday. Here it is. Hopefully you had time to copy that down during class yesterday so we can go through it together. Good morning, sir. Come on in. So we go over to number 2. There's my 2 points. I'm going to take the point closest to the origin just to make my life easier. It lines up at 5 on the y. Thank you. And it lines up at 2 on the x. So this point here is at 2, 5, where x is 2, y is 5. What's my k going to be equal to then? That's right. Thank you, sir. 5 over 2. Oh, whoops. I skipped the questions. I always do that. Is this line here straight? Is it a linear graph?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Does it go through the origin right down here? Yes, it does. So we can only find k when we get yes and yes. I apologize for the messed up order, but our k here is 5 over 2. The equation we can write is y is equal to what? 5 over 2x. Nice and simple. Boom, boom. Yes, yes. This is proportional. You can call it prop for short because proportional is a long word. If you got 2 over 5, please make sure you make the correction in red. Brooklyn, make sure everyone in your group has a red pen for me. I appreciate it. It's really easy to mix it up and put the x over the y, but you have to remember that y goes on top, x goes on the bottom. Now we did number 3 together as well yesterday. We noticed that, hey, this line does not go through the origin. There's my origin down there. And this graph, even though it's linear, starts at the y value of 3. So this is non-proportional. We cannot even find a value for k. Yes?
Can we find a value for y?
What do you mean by that?
So you don't have number 2 when you did k equals and then you did y equals?
Oh, you mean the equation? Good question. So we can only write this equation when we have a value of k to plug in, right? So if we can't find a value for k, we can't write an equation with a k. That's a great point. Thank you for bringing that up. So no k finding, no equation writing. All you have to do is identify that it is non-proportional. You could say non-prop too, that's fine. I'll know what it means, as long as you know what it means. Number 4, do we have a linear graph here? Is that a straight line? Yes, it is. Sure is. Does it go through the origin 0, 0? Yes, it does. So we'll find our k. I'm going to take this point here. What's my y value at that point? 10. What's my x value? 2. Can we simplify 10 over 2 at all? Yeah, what do we get? 10 divided by 2? 5. That's right. So k is equal to 5. My equation will be y is equal to what? 5x. Perfect. Now just to review here, because this is going to help us today, if our k value is 5, how could we write 5 as a fraction? 5 over 1. That's right. Don't need to. It's not wrong if you did. But as we'll see today, we do need a fraction. It'll help us out to remember that that 1 is on the bottom of every whole number that we have. Down to 5, is this a straight line, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Does it go through the origin?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Let's go ahead and find our value for k. Got a point right here that lines up at 15 and 3. Y over x would be 15 over 3. I have a feeling that's going to simplify to a nice whole number. Devin, what's it going to be?
5.
That's right, 5. So we once again have k is equal to 5. And y is equal to 5x. Also make sure you write that this is proportional. Yes?
So we box k equals 5 and also 5 equals.
That's right. Just like we saw in the one we did yesterday together. Box up the k, box up the equation, box up that this is proportional. Say that one more time. Oh, no, yeah, you can, if you got this and just box up the 5, that's fine too. Either way. What's important is the equation when it comes down to it, because if you got the right k value, it'll be the same number in there. You know what I mean? But just because we're starting out, I want to make sure we know all the different parts that we have. Last but not least, number 6. Is this a straight line? Yes, it is. Does it go through the origin? No, it does not. Our line starts way up here. My origin is way down there. So what can we call this relationship here? Non-proportional. Can we find a value of k here?
No.
No. Can we write an equation? No, still no. We need a k to write an equation. Well, that's not necessarily true. We can write an equation here, but not yet. That comes, I don't know, in a week and a half from now. But for now, we cannot write an equation. We'll leave it as non-proportional. Anyone get all that right? Anyone get their worksheet work validated by that? A couple people. Probably more, we're just tired. That's okay. So, go ahead and pass 12.5 up to whoever's in seat letter A.